Hello everyone, this is Mishkat from the Communication of Success, helping you communicate your success in the workplace arena. Today we are going to talk about how to sell yourself on a job interview. You see, when I started applying for jobs, that topic was really challenging for me. I come from Iraq originally, and within that culture, if you talk about your achievement, it will be perceived as bragging, and oftentimes people will dislike you for that, people will not hire you for that, and this value get ingrained in you. So each time you try to say, well, I did this, someone will come and say, no, you should not be talking about it, it's not acceptable. So when I moved here to the United States, it was really difficult for me to present my accomplishment and to talk about them. To the level that one of my closest friends, Christy, she said, Mishkat, if you are not going to tell them how wonderful you are, then who's going to tell them that? That conversation was a little bit of an eye-opener for me. So I started approaching job interviews differently. So here is the first step that I'd like for you to consider. The first minute of the interview is the most crucial one. You need to get the interviewer hooked, so to speak. So you have to make yourself relevant in the first 60 seconds here. So how are we going to do that? We are going to do it using the following formula. Basically, your expertise plus the company's need. So which one of your expertise is most relevant to the company's need? To achieve that, keep in mind you have to review a little bit the job ad and see what exactly they are looking for to refresh your memory before going to the job interview itself. The second tip that I have for you is to quantify your achievement. And that helped me a lot. So basically, when I use a number or a percent, it helped me overcome that issue about talking or bragging about my achievement. Rather than receiving it as a bragging, putting a number helped me personally visualize what I did. And all you have to do is basically say, for example, I reduced the response time by 30%. I increased success rate by 20%. So basically just a simple percent, not too complicated, to get the interviewer to visualize with you your achievement. Using vocabulary such as numerous, a lot, won't help them visualize or see what you exactly achieved. So for example, if I take the same sentence that I shared with you earlier about the percent of success or the response time, and I say, I reduce the response time a lot. You see, that doesn't tell me exactly by how much, or for example, was it the response was 1 hour, you made it half an hour, maybe it was an hour, you made it 40 minutes, so that was not clear. So numbers help the interviewer visualize what you did exactly. Share a story. You have to share a story about your success, what you did in your previous jobs. You have also to keep it brief. If you share so many details, the interviewer will be lost and she will be forced to cut you off. And they will say, that's enough, thank you. And your message will be lost. So share a brief story, 3 to 4 sentences, and make sure to share the outcome of the story. So the reason you are telling this story. This technique is absolutely helpful when it comes to behavioral questions. Questions such as, tell us about a time when you missed a deadline. Tell us about a time when you did not accomplish a task. Things to that effect. When you walk them through that scenario, they will be able to see where did you come from to approach the situation, what tools, techniques did you use to address it, and what was the outcome. And again, the key here is to keep it brief. Think about your conclusion statement. So oftentimes when we approach an interview, we would always be thinking about what they will ask me, what I will say, but in the process we forget to talk about the conclusion statement. So rather than rushing through to leave the room and looking like you were so nervous, you were pressed with answering the questions, you can relax and think about a concluding statement. Definitely towards the end, ask a couple of questions. Think about things that you want to know more about this position, so as you convey your interest to the interviewer. There is an optional step here, if you want to consider it, to leave something behind. So for example, leave your vision for that position. Leave a plan, a short-term plan or a long-term plan. Your goals, the things that you want to achieve when you get that position. This helps the interviewer to anchor their decision on something concrete. Oftentimes they will take note and they will consult with each other, but having something concrete where they can think about, where they can reflect upon, will help them make the decision and offer you the position. I hope you find these tips and insights helpful. If so, please subscribe to my channel to get more content. Feel free to share the video with friends and relatives who might be applying for a job, and definitely download the handout using the link at the bottom of this video. And until next video, use language to communicate your success. Thanks for watching.